national championship, the USC, started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sun Devils offense will have the first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best.
Play man in zone, but I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. The give to the tailback. Hard running there. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. At midfield, he's got room. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas, really affecting the football game.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. There he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Trojans offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game.
He's loose. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball and let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Pulled and fired complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Runs through the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
He'll throw on third down. Got his man quickly. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on...
Ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Looking downfield, it's Anger. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go. Wants to throw again. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, USC.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They boot it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run the option. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Back to throw. It's Anger. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on. They drag him down, but not will pick up the tempo. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Paul. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Paul. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Using his legs, it's Akers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Oh, boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And you run a play that's conservative. You're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible time.
The 13. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Anger. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Paul. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
On the option. Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the op.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Colorado State. We'll circle back. Big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Akers. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Anger. Trying to get behind the defense. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Defense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On target to the left. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he cruises his way to the house. got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Handoff from the gun. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Right back to the well. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Trojans. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arizona State, 7.
And he's going to bring it out. And the returner will be dragged down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They feed him again. Breaks the tackle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down.
42 Spider.
Looking to throw. Caught. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 3rd and long. He has to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Akers. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening play of the drive from the 39. To throw, it's Anger. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna run it. It's Akers. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. He'll try to pop the draw. Runs through a tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Sun Devils are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. He breaks a tackle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Arizona State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending a lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback making adjustments. Plucks it out of the air. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Fitted in the window for the score. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll go with a direct snap. Powers through the defender. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next.
Makes a grab deep. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to... Continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Anger. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Paul. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Connection to the right. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.